So one option that's available to commercial Angus breeders in Australia who are after genetic prediction of breeding value for their animals is to record those animals on the Angus Performance Register with Angus Australia. So the Angus Performance Register, it's really designed for those commercial producers who want more information than is available from the Angus Heifer Select product. So Angus Heifer Select provides genetic predictions for a limited range of traits, so 9 different traits. Those genetic predictions are not provided in the same form as a traditional estimated breeding value, so they're not directly comparable to the EBVs which are published within the Trans-Tasman Angus Cattle Evaluation. And that kind of thing. So the Angus Performance Register, it enables those producers who really want more than what is available from Angus Heifer Select to do that. Angus Heifer Select is available at around $40 per animal. Recording on the Angus Performance Register is more expensive than that, but it's around the value is also a lot higher. So the Angus Performance Register, it's available for both males, including the recording of bulls and females. Animals must be, or it's only available for animals which are 87.5% Angus or 7/8 Angus. One key thing to note is it's only available for males, so bulls which have been sired by a bull which is registered with Angus Australia. So only male progeny that have been sired by a registered sire. So really in programs where people are looking at multiplying the genetics of those registered sires, be it either by a fixed time program or a natural mating program. Under the Angus Performance Register, based on a DNA sample that we collect on our animals, so again either a tail hair sample or an Allflex TSU or tissue sampling unit, an eNotch. People can take those DNA samples, send them into Angus Australia, record the animals on the Angus Performance Register and receive Trans-Tasman Angus Cattle Evaluation EBVs for a full range of traits along with the 4 selection indexes. The advantages, I guess, of the Angus Performance Register is those breeding values that are produced on those commercial animals are directly comparable to the EBVs of seed stock animals. So we look at some example results which are available for a commercial producer who has recorded animals on the Angus Performance Register. Here we have the individual sire has been assigned. We have values for the 4 different selection indexes, so the Angus Breeding Index, Domestic Index, Grain Fed Index and Grass Fed Index, and then EBVs for all the traits within the Trans-Tasman Angus Cattle Evaluation, with the exception of docility and the 5 structural soundness traits. So the results doing recording animals on the Angus Performance Register, as I say, include those full EBVs and selection index values. Sire assignment, which is essential for males, so it's a compulsory requirement that those males must be DNA sire verified to a registered Angus sire to get results via the Angus Performance Register. For females, that's not required, but is optional, so we can add in individual sire assignment, providing that DNA profiles are available for those sires of those heifers. There's also some add-on DNA testing which can be added and done when recording with those animals on the Angus Performance Register by comparison to just EBVs. So you have the option of adding on DNA testing for genetic conditions or for BVD or pestivirus. So the benefits of recording animals on the Angus Performance Register, of recording commercial animals there, again very similar benefits to recording animals with Angus Heifer Select. So really if we're recording heifers on the Angus Performance Register, the overall benefit is we're better describing the genetics of those heifers, so therefore we can make more informed female selection decisions and ultimately identify those heifers which are carrying genetics which are most aligned with our breeding objective. By comparison to what is received out of Angus Heifer Select, we have additional traits, so that they're described for more traits which might fit into your breeding objective. Accuracy values are reported for each of those EBVs that come out. The EBVs are reported in real units, so we can start to use those EBVs not only to see where an animal fits within the Angus population, but also to compare differences in what we might start to see in the progeny of those animals. And as I mentioned, those EBVs are directly comparable to the EBVs produced on seed stock animals. Also, we have the other same benefits as what's delivered by Angus Heifer Select when we're describing the genetics of those females. It helps inform those future bull purchasing decisions, understanding our bull reproductive performance, so which bulls are getting calves and which ones aren't, and of those that are getting calves, which ones are getting the most calves, and enabling us to manage through sire verification and identification, enabling us to manage our inbreeding and alongside, if we have the EBVs of our genetics described and we have EBVs available, then we can use that in the marketing of those animals or the marketing of their progeny. On the bull side, recording bulls on the Angus Performance Register, again, enabling you to describe the genetics of those bulls. So if we have a run of bulls that we're looking at, understanding what their genetics are, having that described enables us or you to make more informed bull selection decision and ultimately identify those bulls which are more carrying genetics which are most aligned with your breeding objective, particularly when you are multiplying the genetics of registered sires. Some additional considerations when looking at recording animals on the Angus Performance Register as an option is you can do that testing just as one-off testing. We send in the DNA sample, get back your EBVs, and that's basically it. Alternatively, it does provide you with the option of leaving those animals active and continuing to record them on the Angus Performance Register, and that provides you with the full range of services which Angus Australia provides, and including the ongoing recording of their progeny of those animals on the Angus Performance Register and the ongoing description of those via and access to estimated breeding values. Also, on the female side of things, you also have the option of recording performance information. So if you are collecting some performance measurements on farm, then you can also submit those on those females for increasing the accuracy of those EBVs. In terms of what the Angus Performance Register, who can access that, it is recording animals on the Angus Performance Register is only available to Angus Australia members, so you need to become a member of Angus Australia if you're not already. The Angus Performance Register, like a lot of the genomic kind of options for the genetic evaluation of commercial animals, is delivered by Angus Australia in partnership with our DNA genotyping companies, our partners in Zoetis and Neogen. So the results which are reported, the EBVs, are powered by, in the case of Neogen, the Angus GS genotyping platform, or in the case of Zoetis, the HD50K for Angus platform. So the genotyping when recording animals on the Angus Performance Register, like Angus Heifer Select and Angus Steer Select, can be conducted through both our partner organisations, and we're proud to partner with both of those organisations in the delivery of these products. It's also, those results are very much powered by the Angus Australia Genomic Reference Population. So the genotyping information, along with the comprehensive pedigree and performance information which has been collected predominantly through the Angus Sire benchmarking program and in industry that exists for animals in that genomic reference population, really powers the results which are coming out. As I said, the price of when recording on the Angus Performance Register is more than Angus Heifer Select. So if testing through Neogen, the results are available for a cost of $99.85. Via Zoetis, that's around $103.15. Those prices are made up of a combination of the recording of those animals on the Angus Performance Register plus the DNA testing services. There is also a surcharge that's built into that price to cover access to the Angus Genomic Reference Population and the utilisation of that performance information. If testing with hair samples through Neogen, there's also an additional $3.30 surcharge. So the Angus Performance Register, along with Angus Heifer Select and Angus Steer Select, is really a demonstration that genetic evaluation for commercial Angus animals in Australia is now a reality. We're at a stage now where the technology that's available enables the prediction of breeding value to a level. It's conservative accuracy, but still useful accuracy. And over time, the accuracy of these genomic products will continue to increase and become more useful into the future. So it's a really key focus now of Angus Australia, in collaboration with our partners Zoetis and Neogen, is providing these genetic evaluation services for Australian commercial animals, on top of what Angus Australia has done for a long time in the provision of genetic evaluations for Angus seed stock animals. So we're better describing the genetics of Angus animals, enabling more informed selection decisions of breeding animals, and ultimately improving the profitability of Angus genetics throughout the beef supply chain.